Hello. How are you? Good to see you. We're having an intimate conversation here. Sure. I'll be.
Mr. Prime Minister, it's a pleasure to welcome you here. I'm very pleased. Let me say this is quite a historic opportunity. I was told it's 22 years that a Prime Minister of Israel doesn't visit the European Union. It's far too long for friends and partners as we are. We meet often as friends and partners. I believe President Rivlin visited the European Union, but you knew you had an open invitation, and I'm very glad you accepted to join us today. We will have a conversation with the 28 foreign ministers before we start the Foreign Affairs Council. We decided to have three main points on our agenda. First of all, the Middle East peace process, but also our bilateral relations that are strong and deep, and also regional situation that worries us together in a particular manner. Obviously, the visit comes in a particular time. As partners and friends, we want to discuss each other's interests, and we believe it is in Israel's interest, especially in the security interest of Israel, to find a sustainable and comprehensive solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This is why the European Union will increase its work together with our international friends and partners, but also with friends and partners in the region, starting from Egypt and Jordan, and obviously with the parties, with Israel and Palestine, to start to relaunch the peace process, even if it seems difficult times. We will have a similar conversation with President Abbas in January. You know where the European Union stands. We believe that the only realistic solution to the conflict between Israel and Palestine is based on two states, with Jerusalem as the capital of both the State of Israel and the State of Palestine along the 67 line. This is our consolidated position, and we will continue to respect the international consensus on Jerusalem until the final status of the Holy City is resolved through direct negotiations between the parties, and we hope that the parties can engage in meaningful direct negotiations with the support of the international community. Let me also say that the worst thing that can happen now is an escalation of tensions, of violence, first of all around the holy places, but also in the region and beyond. Let me condemn in the strongest possible way all attacks on Jews everywhere in the world, including in Europe, and on Israel and on Israeli citizens. Increased tensions and violence would only inflame the region and would be a gift to the extremes and to those that are not interested and actually against peace and security and living together.
It's a pleasure to be here. Europe and Israel are important partners in three main areas: in the area of security, in the area of prosperity, in the area of peace. In security, Israeli intelligence has prevented dozens of terrorist attacks, many of them on European soil, and I think countless lives have been saved as a result of this cooperation that is well known to the security services of many European governments. We'll continue to do so as part of our common battle against terrorism. Israel has extended its hand to peace to our Palestinian neighbors for 100 years, well before there was a state of Israel and after it was established, and for 50 years before there was a single settlement or a single issue of territory. We were being attacked constantly. We were attacked not because of this or that piece of territory, but of the idea of any territory, that there would be a Jewish state, a nation state for the Jewish people in any boundary, was rejected by our neighbors. And this is what led to the conflict, and this is what continues the conflict. You see that in the continuous denial unfortunately, by the Palestinians of Israel's right to exist as a Jewish state and the denial of our history. For 3,000 years, Jerusalem has been the capital of the Jewish people. From the time established by King David, well documented in the history of the Bible, we never lost our connection. Yet that connection is denied in UN forums and UNESCO and laughable decisions that seek to deny history and seek to deny historical truth. Jerusalem has been the capital of Israel for the last 70 years. I think what President Trump has done is put facts squarely on the table. Peace is based on reality. Peace is based on recognizing reality. And I think the fact that Jerusalem is Israel's capital is clearly evident to all of you who visit Israel. See where the seat of our parliament, our Knesset is, the seat of our government, my office, the president's office, the Supreme Court. Jerusalem is Israel's capital. No one can deny it. It doesn't obviate peace. It makes peace possible because recognizing reality is the substance of peace. It's the foundation of peace. There is now an effort underway to bring forward a new peace proposal by the American administration. I think we should give peace a chance. I think we should see what is presented and see if we can advance this peace. But if we have to begin it, I would say it's one place. Recognize the Jewish state. It's always been about the Jewish state. And it's time that the Palestinians recognize the Jewish state and also recognize the fact that it has a capital. It's called Jerusalem. I believe that even though we don't have an agreement yet, this is what will happen in the future. I believe that all or most of the European countries will move their embassies to Jerusalem, recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, and engage robustly with us for security, prosperity, and peace. So I thank you for this opportunity to present these views, which I'm sure will engage in a hearty discussion with the foreign ministers. It's a valuable opportunity, an important one. Europe is important. That's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.